Hello, hello. As you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here. And oh, here we go. All right, I'm hitting the go live in the other places. Let me make sure I am actually live. I believe so. One more thing. Hold on just a second. All right, cool. I believe I am live. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And today is Monday Motivation. And as you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here. Share something in the comments so I can chat with you. And I know a lot of times we have people that kind of just pop in and just watch, and that's okay as well. So you do you, and we'll be just fine, right? So thank you, thank you. And I see I've got some people watching now. Hello, hello. And I won't call you out because I learned a long time ago we don't do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share just a bit. So give me just a second. All right, so let me grab my notes. So the thing that I really wanted to talk about today, because it's Monday Motivation, right? So I really want to talk a little bit about how we're moving in our lives so let me just tell you what the affirmation is real quick, and then you'll understand. So the affirmation is, I am a sunrise in motion. Doesn't that feel good? Rising higher with every breath, lighting the path for my boldest dreams. So what are your boldest dreams, right? So the thing is that the reason that's so important is because a lot of times we're not thinking about it's the movement, the motion, right, that creates this change that we want. So you can't stay in one place, and that's impossible anyway. But small actions, little tiny actions that in the moment feel very insignificant, they compound like sun rays and share a quick story of courageous choices sparking exponential results. So, where have you made a small choice that you notice that it changed the trajectory of your life, right? We all have them. So, let me think for just a moment. Well, one of the things that changed my life significantly was when I decided to become a coach. I had always done a little coaching because I was a hairstylist, and I'd been a hairstylist for many years. And that's one of the things you do as a hairstylist. You listen to people and you share your thoughts and your opinions and you help them, right? But that's not why I became a coach. I became a coach because I was so sick and tired of being fat and constantly battling it. So it was like, I've either got to make peace with being fat and say, this is just who I am and that's the way it is, or I've got to figure out a way to take care of it, to change it. And what I knew needed to be changed was my habits, who I was inside and who I believed myself to be. And so when I started looking for a place to learn coaching, I wasn't really intending to learn coaching in the beginning. I just wanted to get a coach. And as I was researching, what can I do to change this thing that I'm doing that keeps making me get heavier, lose weight, get heavier, I came across a coaching school, a health coaching school, that their whole thing was about changing our habits. And I thought, that's what I need. I need to change my habits because I keep doing the same shit over and over again. And so that changed my life because when I did the research, I thought, well, I know me. If I don't spend enough money and dedicate enough time to this, I'm not going to get the changes that I'm looking for. So I decided that I would just jump in and become a health coach. And I wasn't even becoming a health coach to help anyone else. I just knew that if I spent an entire year of working on this with this school, that I would at least be changing something. And I was so sick and tired of how I was. So that's what I did. And in that process, there were many, many times that I had these, we had like things where we would coach each other. And so it was called the skills labs. We would have our skills labs, right? And in those skills labs, a lot of times I was doing that, that yucky cry, the like that. And then the snot rolling down my face, tears, face red, heart hurting. I was there because I was all in and I made the changes that I wanted to make. Now, did it happen overnight? No. Did I lose weight to begin with? Hell no. I lost a lot of things, but it wasn't weight. I lost a lot of my insecurities. I lost my, some of my limiting beliefs. I lost a lot of things that didn't serve me. But was I cured, so to speak? No, I had to keep growing. So from there, I became a life coach, and then I became a master transformational coach. And then I could see that I needed just a little something more. So I added hypnosis to the mix. And the cool thing that I learned as I was doing this for me was that I could actually help other people with the same thing. That is the thing that changed my life for me. So think about yourself. When you make the statement, I am a sunrise in motion, rising higher with every breath, lighting the path of my boldest dreams. What is it that changed things for you? Or have they changed? Are you still trying to make that change? Then whatever it is, I want to give you permission, and you can give yourself permission to shine, to be your most brilliant, amazing self. Because hiding your brilliance helps no one, but owning your gifts ignites possibilities for everyone that may be watching you. Now, that doesn't mean you're a business person. Maybe you are an employee somewhere, but I bet you are either shining bright and doing amazing things, or you're holding back just a little bit. And if you were to shine, whew, what would happen? Because hiding your brilliance helps no one, especially you, right? And then remember when I said just a moment ago that it's the little small actions that compound over time? The old saying, small hinges swing big doors. That's what they said at Health Coach Institute. They said that all the time. And in the beginning, I didn't quite get it. Then I read a book that really, really touched me. And it was The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And it was all about how the little actions that we take every day and how they compound over time. And there were examples that he gave, and it just really, really helped me to understand that even though what we're doing at this very moment might feel insignificant, that if we continue every day to make a change toward where we're wanting to go, whew, it'll blow your mind with what it'll do, right? And a lot of times people are watching you, not in a bad way, but they see you making changes, and maybe it gives them an inspiration to do something different too. Maybe you were exceptionally brave at making a change somewhere in your life. And maybe people questioned you when you first did it. But then when you did and it was amazing, people started saying, well, maybe I have permission to do what I want to do too. Maybe I don't have to bow down to what other people think I should do or think I should be. So a tiny step creates a cosmic ripple. So let me grab the, hold on. Let me grab, oh, I never did share the, oh, there we go. Oh, no, wrong thing. There we go. I am a sunrise in motion, rising higher with every breath, lighting the path for my boldest dreams. I swear I thought I had shared it. But now I'm going to share the journal prompt. All right. So I want you to recall a dream that still tugs at your sleeve, maybe more than one. Most of us have more than one that we've kind of put on the back burner, kind of stuck it to the side and said, I'll get to that later. Doesn't feel like the right time. Maybe I'd need to take this other class. That used to be me. It was like, let me take one more class before I do that. Let me get one more certification. Let me learn one more thing. Let me talk to one more person. But what tiny yet daring step will you take today to let its dawn break wider, to bring these dreams to life? Because if you can dream it and it's still there, then it's something that you really, really would benefit from taking an action. And the good thing about this is it gives you that space to take this inspired action going forward. So like I always say, let me go back to the affirmation. I am a sunrise in motion. And remember, anything that comes after the words I am, ultra powerful, ultra powerful. You're claiming that as truth. That is who you are. And your subconscious mind is in the little data bank saying, wait a minute. I'm a sunrise in motion, rising higher with it. Ooh, let me find evidence of that. Right? And sometimes that can be too big a stretch for some people. Maybe as soon as you make that statement, your subconscious mind says, whoa, no, you've never done that. That's not you. So if that's the case, because we don't want to just completely shut it down to where it says, nope, not happening. We want to give it a little room to breathe, right? So if that's you and that's too big a stretch, that's okay. We start with where we are. So then you can change it to say, I'm becoming a sunrise in motion. Because your subconscious mind can't argue with that, right? Because you're not saying, I'm already done there, I'm done. Oh, no, it's saying I'm becoming, and you can become anything you choose. So you decide which one works better for you. I am a sunrise in motion, or I'm becoming a sunrise in motion. Whichever way, let's write this down. Rising higher with every breath, lighting the path for my boldest dreams. The boldest dreams. Doesn't that just sound delicious? The boldest dreams. Yeah. Feels good, doesn't it? So put this on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes, put it on a piece of paper and stick it to the fridge. Put it somewhere that today you were reminded every time you glanced at that. Oof, I am a sunrise in motion. Man, oh man, I rise high, I breathe, I light the world. So make sure you do that. And then we're going to go back over to our journal prompt. Recall one dream or recall a dream that still tugs at your sleeve, and maybe more than one. What tiny yet daring step will you take today to let its dawn break wider? So whether you're here with me live or whether you are watching the replay, please, I would love for you to just write down in there one daring step that you can celebrate. What is the one step that you can celebrate so that you can turn accountability into a collective sunrise? Meaning that everyone can come in and say, yay, do that, and cheer you on. And a lot of times, in order to make things move, we have to say it out loud to take ownership of it, right? So just think about it. And as I always recommend, get out your notebook or your journal, put the date, the affirmation, and the journal prompt because they go together. And then you take some time, 10 to 15 minutes in silence. And that doesn't mean your mind's blank because it's not possible. It just means you're focused on something that allows your subconscious mind to do its thing. So you're going to say this out loud. You're going to say it with feeling and emotion. And then you're going to set the timer for 10 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes preferably, but 10, if that's all you got, excuse me. And then you close your eyes and you focus on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And then really quick, before we go any further, I did a live on TikTok yesterday, and I did a little mini Hue meditation. And there was a lot of people that really loved it. And I also have a Hue meditation that's free on my YouTube channel. And there are quite a few hypnosis and motivational and meditation things that are free on there. So check out my YouTube channel. It's at Vicki Sue Poole. And there's a lot of things in there to choose from. So my podcast is on there and everything. So go check that out. Because I think that you would benefit from the Hue meditation, and it's HUE, I think I'm right. Yeah. The thing is that it's really good, and it actually has a frequency that helps you to tap into your inner guidance. So go check that out and leave a comment and like and follow and share and do all the things, right? But back to our journal prompt. When you've said it out loud, you're focusing on your breath, and then, as always will happen, your mind starts to wander. And as soon as you notice it, you just kind of bring it back to your breath. The breath, breathing in, breathing out, because you can't think two thoughts at the same time. And so you'll find in just a few moments or however long it takes that all of a sudden your mind will be wandering off somewhere, and then you just come right back. And you just keep doing that because it's a muscle that you exercise. You don't start out with being able to stay in the meditation. No, because your natural tendency is to your mind start chattering about everything. But that's the reason most of the time we cannot hear our inner guidance, because our mind is so busy. So you quiet the mind by focusing on the breath. Give it the 10 to 15 minutes. And then when you open your eyes and you pick up your pen, there's a connection between your inner guidance, your subconscious, your hand. As you start writing, it's going to be feeding you information that you might not have heard otherwise. Because like I said, our subconscious mind, our inner guidance is guiding us all the time. But most of the time we have so much chatter going on that we can't hear it. So this is kind of opening up your pathway of hearing so that you can get in touch with that guidance system that you have, because it will do so much for you. And I have a lot of people that I've worked with that as soon as they start really tapping into that inner guidance, it's like, oh, suddenly they know, oh, wrong path, don't go there, do this, do that. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And I have many, many stories that I can share over time with you about the different clients that I've had and the epiphanies that have come about. But for right now, this is about you. And I want you to be tapping into that inner guidance and recalling a dream that has tugged at your sleeve, and maybe more than one dream. And what tiny yet daring step will you take today to let its dawn break wider? Bring it to the surface and take it out to the world, man. What's that dream? And if you don't have any dream that you're reaching toward, it's time to get one. It's time to get one. Because the thing that I tell you all the time is the only constant in life is change. So if we decide not to do anything, we're not staying right where we are. We're sliding backwards. We're regressing somewhere, somehow. So we either change on purpose and move forward where we want to go, or we do nothing and we slide backwards. It's kind of like being out on the ocean. And let's just say, I know many times I've had my kids out in the inner tubes in the ocean, and I'll be sitting on shore watching, and just the current itself, even though they think they're in the same place, it's moving them, and they can get way off if you're not careful. So you have to watch, right? But from where they are, unless they're really paying attention, they can't even tell the difference. And that's what happens to us a lot of times. We cannot tell the difference when we're starting to slide in the wrong direction. But doing this, you can grab it and you can take a hold of your dream and start going in that direction. Beautiful, right? Right? All right. So let me see. Checking to see if I've got anything going on over here. All right. So, let me check my notes. What else would I want to say? All right. So, wow, this kind of went fast because nobody was talking to me. I see people there, but nobody's talking, and that's okay. And just to let you know that I am on TikTok, and I'm really having fun playing on there recently. So if you want to check out my TikTok, it is the enlightened.p. Is it the enlightened or enlightened.p? Well, it's the enlightened peach, but I think it's enlightened.p. So if you can't find it, message me, but go ahead and go on there. I've got some videos. I've done a few lives. And like I said, I went on there yesterday and I did a live where I did a little mini meditation with everybody. And it's been really fun to get on there and play. So if you're a TikTok aficionado, you need to get on there and find me. And then my friend Christine, and she is Christine Noel, and Coach Christine. I think she has those two channels. And follow her, follow me too. But the thing is, we've been challenging each other to do lives on TikTok. And so right now, my goal is to get 1,000 followers. And so I'm on my way. I'm a little ways off, but if you watch TikTok, definitely look me up, follow, and check out some of my videos. Give me some love on them videos. And then remember, I got my YouTube channel too, so you can reach me in a lot of different places. But there's a lot of free things that you can play with on YouTube. So, and then you can check out my Linktree. Oh, and before I forget, I've got the book that I just wrote, the parable, the light beyond the map. It's on Amazon, and I'm doing a special right now. Anybody who purchases the book this month can get a little mini hypnosis recording from me. So check it out. And you can just find it on Amazon, or you can look in my Linktree, and there's a link there where you can get it. And like I said, it's a parable. So it's a little short book, but it's really cool. And right now I'm working on getting a printed copy of it, but we shall see as I'm going through all the little steps to get there. Now, let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Let me look at my notes here. On next Monday, the 16th at 7:30 p.m., Christine and I are doing a live workshop type thing. We're going to be cooking up some business. So if you have an online business, or you're even interested in business, then definitely you're going to want to get to that. And I'll be putting a link. I'll create an event in the group and have that set up for everybody. All right. So if nobody has any questions or anything they want to say, send me a little heart, send me something. But I will see you on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And you have a dreamy day. And I will see you Wednesday. Mwah.